Jimmy.
Now what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil doesn't make up happen.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning I wanna turn on this Becky quick. While the average man looking at this acting like she fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like 5'6". I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want a stop pick. I know that booty got dry, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's from pushing hot strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounce. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thumb, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up watching them can big profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETLs, make profits. I jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up watching them can big profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, pull the trigger, and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up watching them can big profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Hey, make profits. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing? Hey, make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Hey, make profits.
That TTG money gang.
Hey, making profits.
We some snipers.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. How are we all doing here on this fine afternoon? It's another day. It's another day of earnings. We're going to cover them all here with you guys live. We've got AMD, SMCI, we've got Snap, we got Rivian, and a couple others. Some names that are frequently traded amongst the True Trading Group community. We're going to break it all down for you guys. Live analysis, talk to you guys about the trade ideas and the plans that we have for these stocks tomorrow, as SMCI and AMD specifically will be on the watch list for us tomorrow. Quick check in. Actually, before I get into all that, the hell with all that. Who am I? Why should you listen to what we're going to talk about on this channel? I'm glad you asked. I don't think you should pay attention to this live stream because I believe that I'm the world's greatest trader. I think you should because I was trained by professionals working on Wall Street. My name is Michael Everett Paranati. I go by Michael Everett. I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group. And in 2008, I was the recipient of the Trader of the Year Award from TT Alpha Fund. That was my first job right out of college. I was working at TT Alpha Fund in New York City. They had me go through a training program before I was allowed to touch $1 of the fund's money. And then 2008 happened, which was the Great Recession, the big stock market crash. And that also was the same year that I received the Trader of one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now you fast forward, I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group, along with my team of 8 other professional full-time trading mods and an over 30-person staff. We've helped thousands of members from all over the world to reach their goals. We have over 10,000 members in 114 different countries. We day trade, we swing trade, we cover long-term investing, we trade stocks, options, futures. We literally do it all. here at True Trading Group. So there is something for everybody here at TTG. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, show some love, turn on your notifications. Do not ever miss out on these live streams because we're dropping golden nuggets on a regular basis, give you guys analysis, commentary, lessons, trade ideas that can help you guys all make money. At the end of the day, that's why we're all here. Right? We're all here. Certainly you're not here because you're a Yankee fan, because if you are a Yankee fan, like I am, you probably want to throw up 6 out of 7 days of the week because they are a putrid excuse of a fundamentally sound baseball team this year. It makes me absolutely furious. I can't even watch the games anymore, but I digress. There's 2 things that I can always talk about. One is stocks. The other is sports. Don't get me started. This is not a sports channel. It's a stock market channel. So let's talk about how we're going to make some money in the markets tomorrow. If you didn't hear about True Trading Group before, you have to understand TTG literally exists to help you to learn faster, trade smarter, and profit sooner. TTG is a fintech platform for retail traders that is completely integrated AI technology. We are actually an award-winning AI technology platform. True Trading Group is the recipient of the Benzinga FinTech Chairman's Award for Best AI Analysis Tool. And we have partnerships directly with the NASDAQ, directly with Benzinga, Unusual Whales. We work closely with OpenAI in developing our technology and our AI that our members are able to use and implement on a daily basis inside True Trading Group with our AI charting software. You have even our trader psychology aspect to our AI, and our AI is specific to you, the individual user. That's one thing that's very important that I want you to understand. The more that you talk to our AI, the more that you share with it, the more that it understands your strengths, your weaknesses, your trading style, your risk tolerance, and the responses that you're going to get will be geared specifically and customized to you, the individual user, so that the guidance that you're going to get, the trade ideas, the analysis that you're going to get from Mari, that's the persona of our AIs, Mari, is going to be different for you than maybe for me, because maybe our trading styles, our risk tolerance, our experience, our strengths, our weaknesses, they're all a little bit different. Oh my God, the charting AI that Adam and TG team have built is fire. My technical analysis taught by you has been a game changer for me. Now add the chart AI, pure excellence, says Blessed Hot Mess. I'm glad that you guys are loving it. It really is incredible. You can literally talk to the AI and just say to it, it gives you real-time analysis. It's not, there's a lot of other platforms out there that you have to take, you can take like a screenshot of a chart, you can load it in, it can analyze the image. That's not what ours does. Ours is actually an AI that is on the charting software. So it has complete full context in real time with real-time data and analysis of what's on your screen and what's on your charts. So you can do something as simple as say, hey, switch to a 5-minute chart of Tesla, or show me a daily chart of AMD, or switch to a 3-minute chart of NVIDIA, and it'll just do all that for you. You can say, hey, add the RSI, add MACD, and it can put the indicators on for you. But then you can do things like, hey, identify a trend line for me, draw support and resistance levels, show me major support, show me major resistance. You can say, hey, can you if you draw your Fibonacci levels and say, hey, is this correct? It can say, oh, actually, you're not drawing the Fibonacci levels properly. Here's the right way to do it. Here's, you can say, hey, what chart patterns do you see? What candlestick patterns do you see? Help me identify an entry point and an exit point. Where should my stop loss be for this? This is where I have my stop loss. Is this the correct area for it? And you can ask it things like that. We had a member today who actually, his name is Don. I'm not sure if he's on the live stream or not, but actually today we just, and he's a new inexperienced trader, and said, hey, can you, set up for me on my chart, 2 different trade eyes, or give me the setups, use whatever indicators you think are appropriate for trade setups for scalps on the SPY. And it went ahead and set up, went through its different indicators and put it all up the charts and came up with 2 different trade ideas for him. He was able to scalp some SPY options on the back of that analysis. It worked out really, really well. But another one of our members who was able to capitalize on a 100% gain on SPY options using the analysis and the levels that were identified through the AI chart. So that's just a couple of different examples. Again, folks, there's a reason why we received the Benzinga FinTech Award for Best AI Analysis Tools. There's a reason we have an agreement with the NASDAQ and Benzinga, and why we work so closely with companies like an OpenAI and everything else to build out the technology that we have. We've been working on this technology now for like 2 to 3 years. We've invested over 7 figures into this technology, and it has directly resulted in a lot of the members of True Trading Group having success and making money. And you don't have to just take my word for it because I just say that on this live stream. You should listen to members because they're the ones that are actually using it. They're the ones that are actually benefiting from it. Let's just ask. Members of True Trading Group, we have about 3,000 people that are on this live stream with us right now. Members of TTG, Type the number 1 in chat right now if you guys are making money and you're becoming better traders by being a part of the being part of the TTG platform. If you guys are making money and becoming better traders, go ahead right now, type the number 1 inside chat, and then we got to get into earnings as SMCI, AMD. These earnings are out, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit on that. All right. So go ahead, type the number 1. Again, if you guys are members of TTG, you're making money, you're becoming better traders, just go ahead and type the number 1 in chat right now. Anyone here that's not a member of TTG, I want you to pay attention to how many people you see type the number 1 in the chat tab, okay? Because these are your peers, right? These are actual members that were once viewers on a live stream. Now they're part of the community. They use this platform, and that is what TTG is. We are not just a chat room with trade alerts, okay? Yes, we have chat room. Yes, we have trade alerts. Yes, we have courses. But that is not the basis and foundation of True Trading Group. It is a fintech platform. Think of it as the retail trader version of like a Bloomberg terminal, where you guys get access to industry-leading and award-winning, truly award-winning AI technology for a trading co-pilot and trading assistant in Mari. You get access to Benzinga Pro's newsfeed, TradingView's premium charting software, the Trade Idea scanner, unusual options activity, options flow, dark pool data, short data, congressional trading data, and so much more. All of that stuff is included on our platform. That's why we have over 10,000 members from 114 different countries. And most importantly, the reason why we have those members, we've experienced the growth that we have over the last several years. It's what you just saw. Our members have success. Our members are making money. Okay. Over 10,000 members, 4,600 of them are lifetime members of this community. We have a refund rate less than 2.5% and a retention rate of 75% amongst our members. 4.5 stars out of 5 on Trustpilot with nearly 3,000 reviews. That's True Trading Group. Okay, let's get into now some of these earnings. For those of you that were unaware of TTG, now you know. Hope you guys are happy here. Go ahead right now. And if you guys are new to the channel, like I said, subscribe and turn on your notifications. All right, let's talk about SMCI first, because they were the first ones to come out with their earnings and the stock is trading lower. And then we will hit on AMD. Now, full disclosure, I do not own SMCI in my long-term portfolio. I do own AMD. Okay. And the reason why I don't own SMCI in my long-term portfolio is because I don't trust the management team as far as I would ever be able to throw them. So let's go through some of their earnings announcements. It also makes me nervous that such a massive part of their business and sales comes from one customer, that's NVIDIA. So let's go through some of the earnings here. Earnings per share, 41 cents. That's a miss against 44 cents was expected. Sales also a miss, 5.76 billion. Analysts were expecting 5.88 billion. They see Q1 earnings per share of 30 to 42 cents. Analysts were expecting 50 cents. They see Q1 sales of 6 to 7 billion. Analysts were expecting 6.6 billion. They see Q1. Oh, that was GAAP EPS. Okay, so here's Q1 adjusted EPS, 40 to 52 cents. Analysts expecting 60 cents. And there's the 6 to 7 billion in sales. Analysts expecting 6.6. And they also lowered their full year guidance from 40 billion. They lowered it down to 33 billion, but that's still above analyst expectations of 30 billion. So not a bad guide, even though they lowered the guide for the full year. They did lower it on the full year. But that is a disappointing release there. That is a top and bottom line miss on the quarter for SMCI. And it is a bit of a lower end guide for the next quarter. And they've got a better guide for the full year. So the only positive thing here coming out of this is the only one coming out of this really, guys, is the only positive coming out of this is the guidance for full year 26, which is 33 billion. Analysts expecting 29.8 billion. Okay. And we got a couple of comments here. Way to go, Dontrell. Dontrell says, this has been my best week so far. 7 straight trading days, all green, thanks to CoreWeave, Microsoft, and Apple. Way to go, Dontrell. Market Ninja says the TTG AI is leaps and bounds, dare I say it, light years ahead of where the AI was when TTG won the Benzinga FinTech Award. That is true. We've actually gone, from when we even won the award. We've made so many different advancements within that. Actually, you are right on that one. So that is SMCI. SMCI now back into a pretty big support level down here in the high 40s. You've got support here from that's going to stretch from 49. You got a support level 48, 49, and then you got support at 46, and then things open up to the downside after that. All right, so those are going to be some really key support levels there on SMCI that we'll watch for if there's maybe a little bit of a bounce. Fibonacci goes, Mari is a monster. Again, Mari is that AI that you guys get access to as part of the TTG platform. I can't wait till short SMCI. My boy Mohammed. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I'm looking for the short there on SMCI. You rallied up into a huge level of resistance over the last week or so. You guys can see here drawn out on my screen, massive resistance in the low to mid 60s. And I'll just draw it out for those that maybe don't see it. There's the line. And you can see all that resistance from August of last year. Then we topped out there in February, and then resistance there again in the end of July, as that's a pretty major resistance level that we now have in place there. And then here's the big sell-off off of earnings. And I am going to look for this stock to at least get down to 46. But eventually, I think you're going to see this work its way down towards 42, 43, as I do believe that there is a little bit more downside there to come on SMCI. This will be on the watch list tomorrow. I will be targeting it for the short side. I'm not looking for dead cat bounces off of this support. I'm actually looking for this support to break and looking for there to be a little bit further to the downside. Way to go, Mohammed. Crushed it today with RKT from Glenny. Glenny, another one of our moderators here inside True Trading Group, has been long a swing trade here on RKT Rocket Companies. Big day for the stock up 6.5%. And that's coming off of a huge gap up from just a couple of days ago on Friday from last week. And it's been rallying really for the last couple of months. So a huge move here on RKT. This is a longer term swing trade that I believe Glenny's been in since June or the first week of July. But I'm pretty sure Glenny's been in this trade from around $13 and change. That stock now trading at $18. That's a huge win for the TTG fam. So Mohammed, great job, man. I'm happy to see it. I know a lot of members are on this thing. And honestly, if we get into some Fed rate cuts, that could be good, right? Fed rate cuts, that could be good for Rocket Labs. And I see resistance up here, $18.50 to $19. Next zone of resistance. I would be looking to take some profits off on Rocket Labs into that level, but great job on that one. Now let's move on over to AMD. Really not a lot happening right now in the after hours. This is a very, very choppy session here. There's Glenny. Glenny, great trade, man. There's Glenny right there. What's one of our mods here at True Trading Group. So big shout out there for an amazing trade. Let's hit on AMD. Very, very choppy session. The stock is flat following its earnings release, up 0.5% after the announcement. But let's go through it. It is actually an earnings per share miss, but a beat on sales. So let's go through this, and it's a guide higher. So earnings per share come in at 48 cents. Not too bad. Analysts were expecting 49 cents. They did beat on sales, 7.7 billion. Analysts were only expecting 7.4 billion, but here's where things start to get better. Q3 sales, AMD sees $8.4 to $9 billion. That's against analysts only expecting 8.15 billion. They also said for the quarter that U.S. government export controls led to $800 million in inventory and related charges. So they took about an $800 million hit from some of the controls about, AMD, NVIDIA being able to sell some of their chips into China and some other places. So they're talking about an $800 million hit there for AMD. They also said that the current outlook does not include any revenue from AMD's M1308 shipments or MI308 shipments to China. So you guys know that there have been some restrictions going back and forth as far as semiconductors and what our companies are allowed to sell into China. And you've had this back and forth there, right? And I think these semiconductors are probably going to become part of the trade deal negotiations, where what probably ends up happening is as the United States and China try to work themselves closer to a trade deal, what I think you're probably going to see is an easing of export controls on some semiconductor chips into China, while China is going to free up some of their rare earth minerals here to the United States. So China has the rare earths that we want. We have the semiconductors that China wants. And I believe you're probably going to see a little bit of a give there on both sides to try to work themselves closer to a bit of a trade deal. AMD now starting to give you some direction, now beginning to trade to the downside. Stock is now down 5% on the day, down around 4% off of, off of the close as you're starting to sell off now down back into 168. My thoughts here with regards to AMD, it's not a great earnings report. It's also not a bad earnings report. It's an okay earnings report. And the stock has just made a massive move off of that April low. You're talking about a stock that went from $80. Okay. It's gone up more than 150% off of that low. We bottomed down there at $77, $78 and ran all the way to $182. So this has been one hell of a move off that April low. You have a huge resistance level that sits up here in the high 180s, around 187. You didn't quite get there this past week. You got up to like 183. So you have some resistance up there. I talked to you guys on the live stream yesterday when we were covering Palantir's earnings that if AMD cannot get above 187 after its earnings report, that's probably going to give you a decent pullback. Your first support level for the pullback is 162. Your next support level on the pullback is going to be the high 140s, like 148 to 150. Those are your two support zones. I'll draw these levels out on the charts for you so you guys can see them. There's support level number 1 and there is support level number 2. What I'm going to be looking for here with AMD is I'm going to look for AMD to drop down into these levels. And then I'm actually going to look for there to be some longs off of that area. Okay. That's what I'm going to look for there with AMD. Okay. So there you guys have. I honestly think that we're just really I honestly think we're just kind of consolidating this move higher. And even if you draw out some Fibonacci levels from that April low, which you could to try to identify some support levels, you draw your draw your Fibonacci levels from there, and you can pull this all the way back to 158 and still be sitting above the 23.6 fib level. So that I think is something that we really should pay a close attention to. Guys, it looks like we have some news. Is this a rumor or is this confirmed? Amazon taking a stake in IONQ. Stock's up 15% right now after hours. Is this confirmed or is this a rumor? We've also got Snap that has just come out also, guys. We have Snap that is also just came through. Yeah, I got to see if this is confirmed or not, but it looks like this is what we're getting here now, guys, on IONQ. That's going to probably give a boost to the whole quantum sector. I had a short position on IONQ too, and I covered it today. Thank God. I didn't see that news coming, obviously. No way I could have seen that coming. But let's see. QBTS trading higher. That stock's up 9.5% on the day. These stocks were green earlier, but trading higher after hours on the back of this news here surrounding IONQ. So there's RGTI trading higher, QUBT trading higher. Yeah, I'm going to try to get controversial cricket. I see you're saying the same thing. You're trying to get some confirmation. All right. So I'll get some confirmation on that, guys. And then we'll go through, we'll talk about IONQ and we'll talk about the rest of these quantum names. All right. Let's talk about Snap, the stock that just always goes down. No matter what happens, the stock just always goes down. I hate this company. I hate the stock. I do not intend on owning it ever. Let's go through the earnings here. Let's see. Give me 1 second. All right. Revenues come in line for the quarter, 1.34 billion. Analysts were expecting 1.34 billion. They did miss on earnings per share. minus 16 cents. Analysts expecting minus 15. Daily active users, 469 million. Analysts were expecting 468 million. And they see Q3 revenue of 1.45 billion. Analysts were expecting 1.48 billion. So that's a miss on their guide. And that's got the stock dropping 15%. I mean, that's a harsh move to the downside. That's a harsh move to the downside for missing on that guide. It's not that big of a miss, but nonetheless, stock's trading back down to all-time lows. So your all-time low here on Snap is going to be down here in the 7s. The stock is sitting at 8. I honestly have no intention of owning the stock. I mean, listen, I know their audience is a younger audience, but I just got to be honest with you guys. Whenever I went on the Snap platform, I hate it. I think it's a horrible platform. I think it's not. I don't know. I just can't get behind it. I really just can't. I just can't get behind it. I just can't. But I've never owned Snap. I don't have any intention of owning Snap. I also am not going to look to trade this tomorrow. There's nothing for me to really do here. So, support down there in the 7s. If you want to try to be long, it's pretty simple. You're long. And if it gets under 7, you're out. Your all-time low is going to be down there at 7. And if that level breaks, then it's cup 8. That's really it. But I have no intention of owning the name. All right. That's just me on my end. All right. Let's take a quick check back in on some of the, there it is. There's SMCI breaking 50. Right. So now there's SMCI now trading down to 48 and AMD also getting the crap kicked out of it too. Now you're really starting to sell off on these semiconductors. So this should probably take the markets with it. So remember, support level for AMD is 162. I would target that level. Okay. I would target that level there for AMD for that support level. All right. Let me see what else we've got. Let's go to Amgen. Amgen is another name that I do own in my long-term portfolio. Let's cover it. Earnings per share, $6.02. That's a beat on $5.24 estimates. And sales also a beat, $9.18 billion versus $8.87 billion. And they raised their guidance from $20 to $21.20. They raised it. I mean, I don't know why they even bothered with this. They raised it to $20.20 to $21.30. That's literally a 20 cent and a 10 cent move on the range, which is pretty silly. That's like it's 1%. They moved it. Analysts were expecting $20.89. They also raised their full year sales guidance to 35 to 36 billion, and analysts were expecting 35.29 billion. So kind of right in line there with the guide. It's a top and bottom line beat and basically an inline guide. And that's got the stock flat. The stock is just down ever so slightly from the close. You close at 300, you're at 298.50, which for that stock is nothing. You're basically just flat on the back of that. So not really much to talk about there. It's also not really a stock that I ever really day trade. And we are getting I do have some confirmation. I just plugged it into our AI just to run an enhanced search. I could just share it with you guys real quick. Just while we were talking, I just ran this through into our AI. I'll actually pull it up for you guys. So here you guys can see, I just kind of ran it through just now just to find out about this IONQ situation. I just said, hey, rumor. Amazon reported a new position of shares on IONQ, used our enhanced web search only in sequential thinking to just confirm it. It ran its sequential thinking, and it just went through, and it was able to confirm based on official filings that the rumor that Amazon holds approximately 854,207 shares of IONQ was confirmed, accurate as of the most recent filings that we have there. So this looks like a solid verified update from the watch list. And you guys can see here's some of the sources here that you guys can see that we just were able to go through there to see some of those sources. So 21 different sources there. This was able to pull from as soon as or actually 24. So these 3 plus 21 more sources. All right. So you guys can see here's all the different sources that our AI was able to pull from. Once I just asked it that question to kind of run through and run the enhanced search and just went through all of these different sources to go through and confirm that is in fact, that this is in fact true. You can actually click on the link yourself, and it can take you away to those articles. You can click on them, you can go through and you can read them as well. Okay. So we are able to get that confirmation thanks to our AI. So now that we've got confirmation on that, let's see, is there maybe a trade there for us? I'll go back to the charts. Is there maybe a trade there for us on IONQ? As I was actually looking at this thing, I had a short position and I covered it because they have earnings tomorrow after the close. I don't like holding positions into earnings. So I got out of that position and, happy that I did because you just got this news about this Amazon stake and the stock just popped a couple of bucks. But if we go to, we go here, we take a look at a chart, you got a lot of resistance up here in those mid to high 40s, man. So you're looking at like $48 to $49, big area, big area there of resistance. And, it's going to be interesting to see what this stock does after they report their earnings. So if you're going to take a trade on this thing, I would say day trades only as they report earnings after the bell. I personally don't like taking positions into an earnings print. I feel like it's just more of a crapshoot. I feel like I'm just kind of crossing my fingers and flipping a coin to see what the stock's reaction would be. Whether they're going to raise guidance, beat on guidance, lose on guidance. Where did my screen share just go? All right, there we go. I'm not sure what just happened to my screen share, but we're back, good to go. So I'm not going to say, get into a position tomorrow and hold it into its earnings release. I'll wait for the company to report earnings and then we'll come back and then take a look. Support level 36, 37, huge support, resistance 48, 49. Those are your 2 major levels on IONQ. We'll see if one of those levels breaks on the back of the earnings catalyst. And then we can look to trade it from there. I am still long MP. Beautiful trade for us, guys. This is a swing trade from last week. We got into this position on Friday at $62.94. Okay. $62.94 is the entry there for MP. And with this little breakout now that you're getting, we took more profits off on this trade today as we push over $68 a share. And I'm still in it. But I'm down to around 20% of the position, right, that we bought on Friday. I'm in about 20% of the position. I'm just trying to get this thing up to 70. And, the 70s will be my final take profit. This isn't a new all-time high. You have no resistance levels up here. I'm just looking for a little bit of an extension squeeze move and some momentum because about 15 or so % of the float is short. So as we're up here at these new all-time highs, I just felt like maybe we can get a little bit of a boost here and we can get a little bit of a pop and try to get to 70. So about 20% position is still on. If you guys were with me on Sunday night's live stream, I went over this trade with you and explained to everybody that I'm long MP. It's a swing trade. And we're going to try to get this thing up to 70. We got up to 68.5 today. More profits off. Still holding some. Right? Still long about 20%. Still long about 20% of the position. You know, I just got a message actually from members, just one of our members. I got a bunch from today thanking us for the new AI charts. How many of you guys tried the AI charts today? It's a new tool. I talked to you guys about the AI charts in the beginning of this live stream. But I'm just curious how many members actually have used it, have tried it. If you have, sound it off in chat. Tell me what you think. How many of you guys tried it out today? It's a new tool that we just launched with the AI integrated into the live charts, real-time charts. You don't have to take a screenshot and upload it. It just has full context of what's on your screen. And I'm curious to see how many of our members were able to utilize that today to make some money. Like I said, we talked to that one person today, made 100% gain on SPY options off of the level analysis from the AI charts. We had another member that was scalping the SPY off of that level analysis. I mean, you guys want to see it live? Type the number 1 if you want to see it live. We can actually test it on IONQ maybe, since everyone's curious about IONQ. Their next level, nothing else like it exists. Yeah, type the number 1 if you guys want to see it live. We can pull it up and we can show it to you guys here live if you guys want. Type the number 1 if you guys want to see it. I use it all day, hence why I bought the 1180 put on Netflix. Great job, blessed hot mess. Well done. Chats are awesome. First time using it today, says Ryan. Great job. Again, guys, this is why we received the Benzinga FinTech Award for Best AI Analysis Tool. You know, you guys are seeing all of our members using it, making some money with it. All right, sorry, you guys want to? All right, yeah, we can do it. So here, I'll pull it up right on the screen for you guys.
What's up, buddy?
Here's Adam. That's my business partner and the co-founder of the mastermind behind the technology. Everyone give Adam a big shout out.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right, so it just loaded up. It's a chart of the SPY. Obviously, that's not what we want. We want IONQ. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to say very simply, change to IONQ and a daily chart. There we go. So now that's IONQ and a daily chart. As you can see, it is real-time tick-for-tick data. So it is after hours. We have pre-market, after hours, everything, right? So now what we'll do is let's go ahead and ask for support and resistance levels, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you show me support and resistance levels? There you go.
Boom. Look at that. Right there. Look at how fast that just pulled through. There's your support and resistance levels, guys. So let's look at this. So we've got the resistance level right there, 44.5. Perfect. You have and that's price consolidation and price structure from 2 weeks ago. That's your 44.50. Then you got another level up there that identified at 47.50. That's the double top from earlier in July. You topped out there July 8th, and then you topped out there on the 18th and the 21st, right? So there's your double top. And then you got the heavier resistance level again that shows up there around 49. That is all of that resistance from the end of May. I mean, look at that. Those are beautiful. And then there's your support level at 36. So, okay. So before we just came on and showed you this, what did I say? What I just said to you guys, we have a lot of resistance in the high 40s. Well, there's Mari identifying for you those resistance levels, 47.50, 49, right? So I said the high 40s. So there it is. And then we said support 36 to 37. There it is. So here's your AI charts. And you saw Adam, this wasn't a crazy advanced prompt. Adam just said, show me support and resistance levels. This is how you get confirmation of what you're looking at. There's a lot of traders out there that have been through the ringer. They feel like they know what they're looking at when they look on a chart. Okay. This is so that know what they're looking at on a chart but don't have the confirmation to pull the trigger. How many of you feel like you know what you're looking at when you look at a chart, but you're unsure. You don't have the confirmation to actually act on your analysis.
Well,
like you say, you're like, oh, I think this is support. I want to go ahead and buy the stock here, but the stock gets there and then you don't pull the trigger. Type the number 1 if you feel like that's you, where your analysis, you feel like you know what you're looking at when you look on a chart, but you just don't have the confidence to pull the trigger. Type the number 1 if that's you. Fibonacci is such an amazing tool, especially if you're still learning technical analysis. No more guessing. Absolutely. I'd like more information about joining. I'm a complete newbie. I'm looking for guidance. Joshua Palmer, look no further, man. Adam, how about we do this? Ask what should someone do if they're interested in day trading, but they have no idea where to start on a chart? What then? How does someone use it?
All right. So I'm on a SPY daily chart. That's where I'm starting. Hey, I'm brand new. I'm brand new to trading. I really don't know how to read charts much, but I'm interested in maybe you can show me a setup for a day trading chart. I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly. You can put in any ticker, any variable or indicators that you want. And then what I'd like you to do is if you could go ahead and perhaps explain to me why you put those things on the chart so that I can follow along with you, that would be great.
That's awesome. That's a great question. Blessed Hot Mess says the confirmation is phenomenal, especially if you are a new trader that had zero experience prior to teaching day. Now I look and see what I was doing.
So we did a 5-minute with RSI. So here, it's got all the 5-minute time frame, perfect for day trading. There we go. Right. I added the 9 EMA. Great. 21 EMA and RSI and VWAP.
All the basic indicators. Beautiful. So essentially what Adam just did was Adam just asked the AI, right? Hey, I'm brand new. I don't really know where to start. Can you set my charts up for me and then tell me what you put on there and why? And it just did that for you. Put all the indicators on there that, a beginner day trader might use and have on their charts. And it gave you the reasoning on why it did it. So that's the other thing that I really like about RAI with the charts is that you can learn as you go and you can actually go through and actually say, like, what am I, I just drew this trend line. Like, what am I missing or something like that? And it can explain to you, or, hey, I think I see a bull flag. But if there's not a bull flag, the AI will say, well, no, this is what you're missing. And explain to you actually what you're doing wrong.
This is actually a really good question. What if you just need to know how to set up RSI and a Bollinger Band on my chart? Good question. So here, we'll say, can you go ahead and add RSI 14 to the chart, please?
And guys, you are watching right now a live demo of the newest tool of TTG's AI, which is the AI integrated on live charting to give you live analysis. And this is, Mari and TTG's AI is the Benzinga FinTech Award recipient for Best AI Analysis Tool. And this is our latest addition as far as the tools go in that AI platform. You guys are seeing it here now live.
Yep. All right. Change my mind. Can you make it the 21 RSI, please?
And Joshua Palmer, I do see your question. I see that you are a friend of Casual Fool. So Casual Fool is a longtime member of True Trading Group. Joshua, just send us a text message, brother. We're more than happy to get you all the information that you need. You can send a text message, Joshua, to 1-888-621-2127. Again, that's 1-888-621-2127. If anybody else also has any questions at all about our platform, about the tools, about the AI, about True Trading Group, about the membership, you can send a text message to 1-888-621-2127.
All right, I'll do one more here. Can you go ahead and add Bollinger Bands to this chart? Go ahead and add Bollinger Bands to the chart. There we go.
There they are. Boom. There's your Bollinger Bands. And guys, you can go through and you can actually communicate with the AI and you can go through, hey, this is my trade idea. Where should I put my stop loss? Like you guys can really lean. Yeah, it'll show you where it'll suggest the stop loss, right? It can help you identify profit targets for your trade, help you build out a trading plan, and really be your trading assistant and really give you the confirmation.
No, this does not come with the standard membership, although you do get real-time charting with the standard membership. TradingView Pro or the premium version with real-time streaming data, but this does not come with the premium membership, or I'm sorry, with the standard membership. Yeah. But what you get with the standard membership is great, and it gives you a chance to see if, hey, do I want to spend more money here? Do I want to do this? If you want to spend more money off the bat, don't worry, we'll definitely charge you. But we wanted to make sure that that people want to be here, that they want to use the things that are here before we charge them more money for anything else. All right, let me.
Yeah, Will Johnson. I can just add on top of that too, Adam. Will Johnson was asking about, does this come with the standard membership? And when you guys join True Trading Group's annual membership, you get the core tier version of our AI, which again is the award-winning AI platform that received the Benzinga Award. You'll get the core tier of that, so you can play around with it, use it, experience it. This specific capability, this tool, is part of our AI Pro tier, which does carry an additional cost. But come join the platform, use the AI that you have available to you on the core level before you decide if you want to upgrade to the AI Pro level, and get everything else that we have with it's not just the AI. You get access to Benzinga Pro's newsfeed, TradingView's premium charting software, the Trade Idea Scanner. You get unusual options activity, options flow, dark pool data, short data, congressional trading data. You get access to all of this stuff with the annual standard membership at True Trading Group. And honestly, Will Johnson and anybody else that is interested in joining, you guys can go right to ttgoffer.com. You'll see a list of everything that's included in the standard membership. It's only $5.99 for the whole year. And right now we're giving you guys a double your money back guarantee. So essentially, Will, what I'm saying is you join True Trading Group for a year. You'll pay $5.99. All I ask, go through the courses, use the AI, okay? Pass the quizzes that are part of it. And if you can't make the $5.99 back at least once during your membership, we're going to give you back $1,198. So we're going to give you back double your money. That's how confident we are in the platform that we've created and the technology that we have. Justin says the AI is the best money you will ever spend ever in your whole life. Justin, I appreciate that. Justin says Mari has paid for herself 5 times over in a single trade for me. I'm not joking. Prospector says I made enough to pay for it today and yesterday twice. So these are members, Will, that are talking to you right now, telling you that using the AI, they were able to make enough money to pay for the membership, 5 times over. And then Prospector paid for it yesterday and again today, which means that he made over $599 on those trades yesterday and then today. Justin made over 5 times that already by using it. So my suggestion, Will, and anybody else here that's interested, is to come join the standard membership for $5.99. Familiarize yourself with the platform. Use the tools that are available to you. And if you decide after going through and using the stuff that we have, you say, hey, you know what? This is incredible. I want to upgrade to the AI Pro. We can show you everything that comes with that upgrade. We can go over the pricing with you guys and really come and find out why we received that award. Find out why we have a data partnership agreement with the NASDAQ, why we have a partnership with Benzinga, why we have a partnership with Unusual Whales. Come see why we have 10,000 members from all over the world, 114 different countries, right? Come check it out. It's ttgoffer.com, $5.99 for the whole year, okay? And then you guys, any questions at all, just send us a text message. Guys, we're fully transparent. We are an open book. Just send a text to 1-888-621-2127. Don't be shy. You'll talk to either Brett or Luciano. You might even talk to Adam himself. You guys will talk to us directly, not somebody on the other side of the world. You're going to talk to somebody directly that's part of True Trading Group, that's in the office down in Florida, and we will help answer any questions that you guys have. We can clear up.
Here, let me interject for just a second here. So the person says, Tony Molina, who's actually a member, says, so all new features you add are only for the expensive AI plan. Is there is more than 1,500? Justin then says, most new features for free for pro level. So yes, the AI plan for the expensive AI is I think we were selling it to members for $16.97.
Yeah.
And then a yearly rate of $197. And most of the tools that you're going to get with that, like the charting or the trading bots or anything like that, are all included for free.
Yeah.
So that is why you're paying a premium on that.
Yep.
So yeah, to answer your question, Tony, which you already knew the answer to, but to answer your question, it costs more money to run these things.
Yeah.
Right. But you may sign up for True Trading Group and you may realize, hey, unlikely, but you may sign up and think, hey, I don't want all this cool stuff. I just want this, and look, for what you get for the $5.99, I mean, you're going to find out very quick a couple of things. You're going to find out that it's a lot easier to make your money back than you thought. Not for everyone, but most of the time. You're going to find out that investing a little bit more into that may be something you'd want to consider, but not something that you need to do. So just to give you an idea.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. And then to maintain that higher the AI Pro, which is $197 a year.
Exactly. Or for everyone that's new, we could just try and charge you thousands of dollars now without you ever trying anything.
Right.
But I don't think people would appreciate that.
Yep.
You can also do pattern detection on this, which is pretty neat.
Yep. Do pattern detection. You can do
candlestick
analysis.
Show me patterns that you can detect on the chart. So it'll highlight them on the chart, but it'll also list them in order of dates. So there's Doji on February 6th, right? Bearish engulfing, right? So. Yep.
I love that. I love that it goes through and identifies the patterns on the specific.
And it also gives the entry and your targets based on the entry on the chart pattern.
Yep. Look at Jared. Jared made $700 today on SPY puts using it.
Yep.
So this is what I'm talking about. Again, use this, guys, as your confirmation. Use it as your co-pilot. You're looking at a chart, you're trying to figure out what you want to do, or do I want to go long? Do I want to go short? Where should my stop loss be? Where should I take profits? Is this a double top? Is this use the AI for your confirmation.
Right. All right.
This is the newest feature that was just released through the AI Pro.
And there's a whole lot more coming. Which we'll be demoing more stuff this week and going over more stuff this week. But look, we're really proud of what's being built here. We're excited to share it with you. This is just the beginning. And the charts have been out for less than, I think, just about a full 24 hours now.
Yep.
And I think we're upwards of I don't even want to necessarily guess. Hang on, I can just let me just tell you. Hang on.
Yeah, while you're checking that, we got a comment here from Lady Boss. Says Mari is great. She remembers what kind of trader you are and personalizes your responses. Which is true. Mari will, the more that you talk to Mari, the more she'll remember your preferences, your style, your strengths, your weaknesses, so that your responses are customized and tailored for you specifically. Right? Chong says, don't be afraid to try it out. The subscription prices are very reasonable. It's true. You go ahead and, Grok or, the premium versions of Perplexity or ChatGPT, they're $200, $250, $300 a month. That means you're spending $3,000 a year on those things. It does not need to be that expensive. We don't charge you anywhere near that. Let me see. I'm just going through some of these comments. Moderators are available and sharing alerts while the market is open. They provide tons of education material. Adam and his team literally never stop making it better. It's like every week there's a new upgrade. There's a reason the NASDAQ voted them. That was Benzinga that voted us number one. And the NASDAQ, we have a partnership with them. You would pay more per year just to have TradingView Premium, let alone every other service that's included with TTG. This is true. All these things are true.
So, yeah, I don't even know. Hang on one second. One minute.
What are you checking the usage so far?
Yeah, I want to see how many responses. Like how many requests came from it. Got it. All right. So in the last 24 hours, so from 6 p.m. yesterday, which really shouldn't even, I mean, we should go back a little further because we released it at 1 o'clock, but just from 6 p.m. yesterday till right now, 50,000 requests on the charts.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, and here we could even go back because really you want to see what happened at 1 o'clock, not after hours. When we launched it, it was 17,000 in 20 minutes.
Wow. 17,000 requests in 20 minutes. That's nuts.
Yep. Hang on. I'll tell you right now with the.
I love this also. While you're doing that, Adam, we got another comment here from Mandy. I just want to hit on real quick. Mari has saved me mentally as well. Brought my stress level back to baseline in minutes. We also have a Wendy Rhodes version in our, within Mari that is kind of the trader psychologist aspect. If you guys are familiar with Wendy Rhodes from the show Billions, where she
well, it's spelled differently and it's not the actress.
Right. It's not actually her. It's just
we got to come up with a different name. We're going to get sued.
Yeah, we got to come up with a different name, but that's how I explain it to people, how it's like, the trader psychologist from the show who kept all the traders' minds, nice and sharp and make sure that they're always in the right mindset to perform at the highest level. We have integrated a psychologist aspect into Mari that you can have like trader psych sessions with. It's not actually what is it, like medical care or healthcare or whatever. You're not actually, you're talking to the AI, but it's someone that can help you keep your mindset in the right place, that can help you deal with, the stresses of trading, and something that can help keep your mental capital to its fullest extent. And something that I believe very strongly in. Trader psychology is, I think 80% of trading is psychological. It's a battle within your ears than it is necessarily some of the stuff that you're looking at on the chart. But that is, I think, a huge part of being a successful trader, and having that part of TTG, or having that part available on the TTG AI, I think is crucial and critical. And a lot of our members really love it.
Yeah. The other thing I'll say, and I'm going to hop off, final numbers, 2:30 p.m. yesterday till right now, 98,500.
Wow.
So
almost 100,000 requests.
Yeah, and that is coming directly, just so nobody thinks I'm making it up, that's coming directly from our statistics on the back end.
Look at that usage, man.
This was the launch right here.
Right, that was the launch, right? That's the launch, and then that was
honestly, dude, I mean, people were using it at we had 500 requests at 4 a.m.
Wow. And then look at this. Look at how consistent the usage is throughout the trading day. Look at that.
If it didn't work, I don't think people would be using it like that.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that's fantastic. I'd love to see that, man.
Yeah. Also, just so that everyone sees, for anyone that knows anything about AI, we're not cheaping out. on the AI either. We're using for this specific love OpenAI, but for this specifically, we are using Claude Sonnet 4 for this. So for people that are for people that are using the charts, we're not using an open source model. This is all the usage back here. So you can see this in real time. It's 459, right? So if I actually even refresh, you'll see it in real time coming in, Claude Sonnet 4, right? The amount of tokens, the cost every time somebody uses it, all of that stuff is there. Yeah, that's what's going on.
Awesome.
I really want to see us in the rankings, but maybe in a couple days.
Yeah. That's great, man.
So
That's
great. Guys, continue to use it.
Yeah, guys, members, continue to use it, right? Continue to use it. Enjoy. All right. So again,
I want to be in the rankings selfishly on Open Router. So get us.
Yeah. As far as usage, right?
Use it as much as you can.
Yeah. Yeah. Just an unbelievable technology, unbelievable tool. We really are at the forefront of this AI push.
We started 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Or more than that now.
Yep. I love it. Look, Fib Minashi goes, I have conversations with Mari literally every night, and we game plan our strategy for the following day. Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So, all right. Very cool.
Yeah.
I'll let you finish.
Cool, man. Cool. Very, very, very cool. So yeah, folks, so there you go. They have a nice little live demo there of the brand new tool, the brand new release of our AI charts through TTG's AI. And there's more to come. There is more to come. But now you guys are starting to see, those of you that are not members yet, you're starting to see what really it is that separates TTG from some of these other platforms out there. And you're starting to see why we have over 10,000 members in 114 different countries. And you're starting to see why we received the award and why we have partnerships with the companies that we do. Because what is taking place on this platform is something that can revolutionize retail trading. I truly do believe that. And my goal with True Trading Group is for this fintech platform to become the Bloomberg terminal for retail traders, because Bloomberg terminals are 30 grand a year. It's professionals use them, hedge funds use them, but the average retail trader is not going to spend $30,000 to have a Bloomberg terminal. But the Bloomberg terminal comes with a lot of proprietary software and data and tools and resources that really help institutional traders be successful and that give them an edge over everybody else. So we're trying to build out a platform and a terminal, so to speak, or a platform that can help retail traders, give them an edge, give them resources and proprietary softwares and data and tools that can help give them an edge over other traders. And that's what we're doing. And that's what we're going to continue to do. And that's why our members have success at the rate that they do. And by success, I actually mean they're making money because of these things. And in case you missed it before, I'll ask one more time. Members, guys, type the number 1 if you're making money at True Trading Group. Just type the number 1 if you guys are making money with TTG. If you're becoming better traders because of this platform, just go ahead and sound off in chat and type the number 1. And anyone that's on this live still that was kind of going through and watching that chart demo, you're like, wow, that's actually pretty cool. Pay attention to how many people typed it in 1, because if you thought the AI on the charts was cool, what's a lot cooler is the success of our members and to see people actually making money. So check out how many members that you're about to see. Type the number 1 inside of chat that are having success, that are making money with True Trading Group. If these people can do it, then so can you. There's absolutely no reason why all these people can sit here and tell you they're having success and they're making money and you can't. It's not because they're luckier than you, and it sure as hell isn't because they have more time than you. 82% of our members have a full-time job. So if they can do this, then so can you. There is no excuse, especially with the technology and the tools and the resources that are available to you on this platform. I don't care if you can't even look at a computer screen during the day. We have the tools and resources that can help you execute trades and make money throughout the trading day. Go to ttgoffer.com right now. Everything on that page is included for just $5.99 for the entire year. If you cannot make back the $5.99 after going through the courses, passing the quizzes at the end of those courses, and using the AI platform that you have available, if you can't make $5.99 back, we're going to give you back $1,198. Justin K says, I traded for years and I was never profitable until I joined TTG. There you go. This platform works. These tools, these resources, the guidance from the moderators, this works. That's why I can confidently offer you double your money back, because I'm confident you're not going to need the money back guarantee. I don't think you need it. We have a retention rate of 75% amongst our members. We have over 10,000 members, about 46 or 4,700 of them are lifetime members of the platform. That costs thousands of dollars. A lifetime membership is thousands of dollars. Okay. I'm talking about you joining for just a year for $5.99. Check it out. See what it's about. Try it out. See if TTG is right for you. Let's make some damn money together. Let's turn that $5.99 to $1,200. Let's double it. Let's fight. Let's see if TTG is the place for you. If you have any questions, just send us a text message, 1-888-621-2127. What do you guys have to lose? W Money Back Guarantee is right there on the website. It's in black and white. Go check it out. Again, it's ttgoffer.com. Any questions? Text 1-888-621-2127. Have a wonderful rest of your night, folks. Thanks for tuning in on the live. We've got some stuff on deck for tomorrow, right? MP, we're still in that position. AMD trading south here after earnings. SMCI trading down after earnings. Rivian down after earnings. Snap down after earnings. I'm not going to trade Rivian or Snap, but AMD and SMCI definitely on watch. A little bit of a weak day in the overall markets as we just dropped down into 628 or so. I don't have very high conviction on direction for the markets for tomorrow. I think we're in a little bit of a waiting for some type of a confirmation signal after Friday's big gap down. We tried to bounce it back yesterday. Today, you kind of faded off a little bit. I need to see an establishment of a higher low or really a give up of some support levels before I really lean on a position in the overall market. I've kind of been finding myself in some pretty good trades that are less correlated to the overall market the last 2 days. But depending on what we get here tomorrow, price action in the overall market, I might lean on a particular direction in the overall market, and I'll cover that obviously with all of my members inside of True Trading Group, of course, right? So if you guys have not yet done so, smash that like button and show some love. Subscribe to this channel. Text us with any questions, guys. 1-888-621-2127. Otherwise, go right to ttgoffer.com and come join the family. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Have a great rest of your night.